It's Big Ant, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV. Got to tap in, man. We out here in Alabama. Pulled up on a very special guest today, man. Ayo Consaco, dog. What's going down, man?
Ain't nothing to it, man. Just rocking out, man.
This is what I call collaboration for elevation, man. Like,
okay.
This is what I call it. Well, hey.
I like that rhyme.
Yeah, neither one of us got too much pride to tap in, even if we don't disagree. We don't agree with everything. Me and you can still tap in and talk and have debates and give opinions and even stand next to each other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm way from Houston and you from way out here, you know what I'm saying? So it's all love, man. Big Facts Podcast.
The Rap Trap, the Stupid Rappers, the Me and Two Podcast. Even though that's probably my smallest channel, I think it's probably the most important. The Me and Two movement itself was created to combat the Me Too movement and all this tyranny and all this injustices. The Me Too movement is for male sexual abuse victims, false rape claims. You know, this would be something that, so we step up when, you know, you got that shit with Bill Cosby where you don't got no fucking evidence but a bitch just saying some shit. You know what I'm saying? And it, like I said, it just all different shit. We also are working for child support reform and shit like that. Because I really believe that once we change this system to where a bitch can't just go and fuck Future and get a check. Like if you, like you know, real talk. Like so, if a nigga, so as soon as a bitch don't see no financial incentive in getting pregnant, we'll have more children that are wanted instead of just check babies. And shit like that. When you having a baby, you know, we got situations out here right now where bitches are just having babies so they can get up higher on the Section 8 list. You know, the more kids you got, the easier it is to get into the goddamn apartment and shit like that. Yeah. So a bitch with 3 kids is gonna get up higher than a hoe with 1 child. You know what I mean? So it's just a whole bunch of shit. That's what I'm on, and that's that. And then we got Consaco's Rap School. These are small channels. Consaco's Rap School is for the rappers. It's just so many confused artists out here, and I run into them because, you know, on the show I do promotion, but it's not like promotion you'll get from these other platforms. I won't speak on your platform because you might not want to, you know, with all that. But I come straight at niggas. Like most of you niggas, like with y'all promotion plans, like you know that shit bullshit, my nigga. Like niggas come on y'all shit and get janked to death. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't there's no bar. All you need is $40. All you need is a how much of a money, and you can get on the platform. You can't do that on my shit. On the Big Facts Podcast or the Rap Trap, Stupid Rappers, you have to be talented. You have to be good, because I'm not gonna give my people, Ayo Nation, I'm not gonna give them slop. So that's why my prices start at $200 and go up from there and shit like that, because you get real promotion on my show. With these other places you go and shit like that, my nigga, you go to, so let's say World Star. You get your shit on World Star. I got niggas who had to come to me after having 1 million views on World Star. You know what I'm saying? Because no one saw the shit. Anybody can get on World Star. You pay the money, you on World Star. No one is going to World Star for the rappers. No one. They're going for the fights if they even go. And they're watching that shit from YouTube. Yeah. So what you need to do is learn how to work your YouTube. That's why I have the YouTube classes. But it's like I said, if you used to paying Instagram $25 for your campaign, used to paying Facebook your $35 for a bullshit campaign, that after you stop paying them, your shit goes to shit, you're not gonna want to come to me. But if you actually want real promotion and get in front of a real fucking audience, we can rock out. But I go on the Consaco's Rap School and I talk to them about that shit. You know, like how useless talent shows and showcases are to your promotion. If you want to practice at a showcase or practice at a talent show, maybe network, then that's fine. But if you talking about, oh man, I won first place, man, come on, my nigga. You don't fuck about that goddamn showcase, my nigga, wherever the fuck you from. Nobody gives a fuck, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really build a real fan base. In order to do that shit, you need somebody who knows how to do it. I done did it 5 times already. Actually 15 with all the other channels that I've put out there. So It's not to brag, but it's just to, you got to give niggas your resume nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many niggas be with these scams and shit like that. My nigga, if you go on somebody's YouTube channel that's charging you to put your video on their channel, and you see a video on that, they got, let's say they got 50,000 subscribers, but you see a video on that bitch that got less than 1,000, it's a fucking scam. Don't pay. Don't pay. Because your video is going to be the video with 100 fucking views. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. So, you know, I like to speak straight to niggas. Yeah. Obviously, the Big Facts podcast is where I started from. The rap trap, getting a lot of motherfucking traction. Salute to all the celebrities that reached out to me from the rap trap. We're making a documentary out of that. Actually have a book coming out, the 3 S's. The 3 S's are sobriety, solitude, and celibacy. Obviously, we know celibacy starts with a C. Usually on my channel, if you point that out, I block you. But since we're here on another channel, you know, we'll let the S stand for sexlessness. But, you know, 3 S's sound better than 2 S's and 1 C. I really believe that if you focus, take all the distractions out the way, you will be in a way better place. And I say that because that's where I came from. I come from popping pills retarded for years and years, just partying. And it wasn't until I cut all that shit out that I was actually able to get something going. I've been doing shit, you know, I started out rapping. You know, did real good at rap and shit like that, but because I jumped in the street and I was always having something else going on, wasn't able to ever get that real momentum of years worth. You know what I'm saying? You get, you know, you get 2 months worth of working, but not even really working. You just, back to the rappers. If all you're doing is dropping music, you're dropping videos, that's not work. That's not work because nobody's watching that shit. No one wants to hear from a new local artist. No one in Alabama is listening to a local artist in fucking Houston. No one in Houston is listening to a local rapper in Alabama. Doesn't work like that. So you have to do something else. You have to do something else. You know what I mean? So, and there's a lot of little things that you can do with that, but you can't just put out music and videos and think, the people gonna come because I dropped a new video. No one gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, I was doing the music and then, you know, went through life and shit like that and started talking to the camera, and just from nowhere, shit just went. I had a little background in editing, video editing, so it worked in my favor. But other than that, man, I just got on that camera and talked, man. That's what it was.
Yeah. So you had to sit down for a little bit of time, and
a lot of times, all the time during. It wasn't a year after I started popping pills. I started going to jail, and I didn't stop going to jail until I stopped popping pills.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. So you know, you coming from that, what made you just say, fuck it, let me get on this YouTube shit and start talking my shit and let people hear what I think? To
be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with y'all right there. My purpose of getting on YouTube was because I was, you know, obviously you're a fan of YouTube, you're watching it. I said I'm gonna get on YouTube for one, to this way I don't have to wait on anybody. I can just shoot the video, edit the video, upload the video, and it's all me. I don't have to go no studio, wait for him to, you know what I'm saying, all that. You know, I can do everything myself. So I like that. And it's gonna give my people who are waiting on maybe music or whatever, it's gonna give them something to bite on while I try to get my shit together, because I had no fucking money. I was just coming back from the street. I had just got back home. Didn't have anything, you know what I mean? Like after all them years of being in the street, you know, rocking out, just, you know, trying to live up to the standards of a real street nigga, I didn't have shit at the end of it. So I'm grinding from the mud, man, the bottom. And the second reason was I saw Star, shout out to Star in the morning. Star was doing a show and it was so uncut, and people would send in like donations and shit like that. So I said, I can probably do that, and then I can probably get me $500, and if I get $500, I can get me a car. So that's really why I started the YouTube shit. I wanted to get $500 so I get a car and shit like that. And I started talking, man. I just haven't stopped since, man. That was 2017. Okay. And it's taking me places, and just giving people my story, man, and just people just like the realness, uncut. Hey, man, this is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
My homegirl, she does not like your content at
Oh
all.
yeah,
But,
yeah.
But no, it is what it is. I say, hey, I fuck with who fuck with me, whether I believe everything that you got going on, whether I agree with it.
All right, so tell me about the part you don't agree with as far as with the girls, because that's a big part of it.
Well, no, I like women, bro.
Okay, not. But you saying the celibate part, or you saying as far as the nothing ass bitch part? That's what a nab is. A nab is a nothing ass bitch.
Okay, he has a term where he calls women nabs. That's
not women.
Okay, not women.
A nothing ass bitch is not a woman.
Okay.
They're like reptilians. They camouflage themselves in women's fucking, you know what I'm saying, skin, but they're not women.
Yeah.
A nothing ass bitch has no purpose other than fucking and sucking and get her the fuck away from you because she's gonna destroy something. And you know, coming out with something like that, man, you got motherfuckers, of course, you know, depending on what ear you're listening to it from, depending on how much life you've lived, you might say, oh man, man, you talking about, no, because if you live life enough, then you know, man, I done ran across a couple nothing ass bitches, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you'll be done ran across a couple of them. There are, and I've even got, it's a definition to a nothing ass bitch. I got a series on my Patreon, how to identify a nothing ass bitch. How to identify a nothing ass bitch by, in public. How to identify a nothing ass bitch by her house. How to identify a nothing ass bitch by her kids. You know what I'm saying? There are, you're not, just because you're a woman, obviously you're not a nothing ass bitch. You have to prove that you are that. Just because you're a black man don't mean you a thug. You know what I'm saying? Or a nothing ass nigga. In order to be a nothing ass nigga, you have to be the nigga on the couch, not doing nothing. You don't see a future for yourself, and you act that way. You don't cause anything but turmoil and destruction. And at this point in time, if we don't put a fucking label on the bitches like Eliza Rain, Black China, so forth and so on, then how the fuck are we gonna be able to, oh, that's who the fuck that is, that's who the fuck that is. And those are definitely nothing ass bitches.